Let's jump right into it, man. Today we dive a bit deeper into Travis Hunter doing the unthinkable. A rising football star, a Heisman Trophy winner, and a potential number one draft pick quitting social media. And trust me, this is more than just taking a break. This stems from that relationship situation that was under the microscope. Stay tuned because we won't believe how he thinks he outsmarted all his haters.
Hmm.
Let's see.
For y'all information,
Use.
I'm still not on social media, so whatever y'all say,
It don't matter. It don't matter.
it don't matter.
It don't
I will
matter.
never know.
Talk to yourself. Keep talking to yourself. And another thing I like too, that was a cool move. The recent post on your page, on even though you're not on it, Instagram, then you turn the comments on. Like, yes, I know they mad. I know they hot. That's a good move. That's a good chess move. When people want to say something they can't say it, it's like you put them on mute. Oh, they hate it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Piss them off. Yeah, they like, oh, I want to say this. You can't say it, brother. The comments are off.
Oh, they're off. You cannot get in touch with Travis unless you text his phone.
He too far. You can't reach it from where you at, people. Okay.
Hey, nah. They be messing up for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Messing up for everybody. All the haters are messing up for my supporters.
See how that goes?
But hey, my supporters know I still love them.
Everybody got to suffer.
Still going. Everybody got to suffer for all the haters.
RJ.
All right, so he turned off his comments but he's also not on social media. I think it's the best thing to do. Usually you need to take like a hiatus. And of course, guys, thanks for tuning in. Whatever your thoughts are, let it be known. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe as well. But yeah, KaiR, sometimes you need to take a break from social media. Some social media, I mean, a lot of people believe or start believing after countless of hours on social media that social media is real, right? So at the one hand, I think it's a good thing he did it. On the other hand, and maybe we'll dive deeper into it, there are some people with a bit more experience, and it's no secret Travis Hunter is a generational athlete, plays both sides of the ball. So a lot of people see him or see his career, regard his career as being very, they're very optimistic about his career. But people, especially people who are concerned for him, are seeing some red flags that he isn't seeing. And the blocking of social media also entails that people who want to tell you, hey, I care for you, well, maybe they don't know how to do it. They do it the wrong way, calling him a loser. That's not the way you do it. But hey, haters on social media are like that. That's how they talk, right? Hey, you need to make sure that you are not only that you don't surround yourself only with yes men. Because especially if you're in a relationship with a hell no woman. So I think but anyways, I'll save the rest for later on, KaiR.
Hey, man.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Oh,
hell no, woman.
Oh, hell no. All right, guys, let's rewind. Travis Hunter, Colorado Buffalo's two-way player and possibly number one pick in the 2025 NFL draft, has been in the headlines relating to his fiancée, Liana Lene, who became the target for online criticism. From people analyzing her reactions during his Heisman win to resurfaced videos of her dancing with another man. Social media had a lot to say, and it wasn't pretty. Hunter, tired of that negativity, made a bold move. He decided to silence his Instagram haters, or his haters in general, Or were they haters? Who knows? We're gonna talk about it. And hiring security, like they're gonna run up on her. Yeah. He literally has a bodyguard named Frank the Tank now. And honestly, can we blame him? I mean, RJ, I'll be honest. Do you remember what I said during that last show we covered this?
What?
That he can't be saved anymore. We need to let him go. Let him drift into the abyss.
Yeah, we had this discussion, and I was telling you that I think that a lot of so sometimes people will learn from other people's mistake, but sometimes you need to let people experience something themselves so they can make the mistake and learn from it. And of course, no one is wishing for the relationship to go south. Some people are, because I well, I found myself, don't ask me how, but on a forum where people were placing bets on whether
I
whether they
would place
think
that too. Which form is that? I want to go
I'll
there.
share it with
I,
I'll
I
share it
want to
with
make
you.
some money off of this one because I know he's
Yeah,
gonna crash out.
yeah. I'll share it with you, and I'll share it with you
Yes, please.
later on. But yeah, so
I'm the Warren Buffett of Travis Hunter's relationship.
yeah, I think you should think more, less Buffett, more dice. But okay, that's something else. So, but but I'll say this. Wait, I lost my thoughts. Yeah, so I was saying that we had this discussion, and my point of view is that sometimes you need to let people make a mistake. This guy is a stud when it comes to football. There's no question about it. No question about it. He's relating to his talent, he's top tier. Relating
Yeah.
to his attitude as well. So as a player, he is a very coachable player. He is a very well, I don't want to. I think I don't want to use the word humble, but I think in the right set, he's eager to learn. He wants to become
Yes.
better at his position. So as a player, I mean, any team that lands him would be would I think see immediate. Well, let's see how he transitions from college to NFL. But I
Yes.
think if he continues with on this path, he'll definitely he has a bright future. But no one is perfect here, and everyone has an Achilles heel. Some people is food, other people is their family, other people it's their job. But for a lot of people, it's the last appointment they have on the day, which is usually their other half when they're lying in bed. Laying in bed. Sorry. I said lying because I was thinking about never mind. I was thinking about
Someone is lying.
but I think this might be his Achilles heel. And but he loves her and she loves him too now that she knows who he is. Who's to say that it
That's
won't
a good
work
one
out? But
because
I'll say this: follow, learn. I mean, if anything, if you want to hear about your followers, if you want to hear about internet trolls, hey, understand it, 100%. But here, listen to your coach. He's still your coach, technically. Listen to Coach Dion. Dion said, "I'll help you with the prenup." I'm scared
she
you
chose
will get married without a prenup.
RJ. One of the in the other show we did about this, one thing we didn't talk about, and I knew during this show that had happened, but one of our commenters, people that commented in the show, said the following: that she chose a specific state to marry in.
Who did? Oh no! I'm
Let
guessing
me.
it's a state without a cap, right?
I'm gonna find it real quick. I totally forgot part during our show, and he said it. I was like, "Oh, that's true." Let me find it real quick because that was a very valuable addition. That's why I like our commenters because they add to context. They share valuable information that we can use and learn from it. And this guy, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He said also the exact state. Let me see. Was it in this one? No, it was the other one.
Say
But
it
he
ain't so.
was
Say it
going
ain't
to
so.
marry him. She chose a a state that had, I think, common law, something like that. Let me see real quick. Let me see real quick. Where
Mm.
is it's a dirty game, RJ. She didn't know him before, right? Do you remember in the beginning when they said
Yeah, because
she didn't know who he was?
he slid in her DM. So there are two sides of the story. The first side is that he slid in her DMs, and she saw the name, but she didn't react because she didn't know him. And then her brother told her who she was. That's the first side of the story. The second
Yeah.
side of the story, which is the story that she's telling, is that when he slid, he was still in a relationship. And she's not one to break up a family because she despises cheaters. Then their relationship ends. So Travis's relationship apparently ended with his previous girlfriend. And coincidentally, she found out who he is through the boy, through her brother, through her own brother. And so they started dating. And then they got engaged. And they're planning to get married. To whom? To whom will each one of them get married? He's going to get married to a woman who was in a video clip when they were in a relationship with another man, with a rapper, to a woman that she drops off at parties and he stays outside as a gentleman. Which, to that, I have to say, the act in itself is gentleman like.
That is true.
The question is she a lady who also conducts herself as such when he's not around? Because if you're out here, and I'm saying this is going to be the case, I'm going to use a different analogy. If you have two separate people, you have Tom and Sarah. If Tom is a gentleman and he treats Sarah like a gentleman, while Sarah only works night shifts in her birthday suit, and Tom doesn't know it, then you're basically two timing and using Tom, right? So he's gonna get married to her, and there's no evidence that she cheated. Let's just get that out of the way because there's no evidence. People are just saying a lot of things. They're saying the red flags are there.
Oh, well, there
They're
is a
seeing the
video
red
out there.
flags are there.
There is a video out there that was recorded within the time span they were together.
But they're still together. So it mustn't be true. Now, she's gonna
Or
get
he
married.
thinks it's from his haters.
Yes.
This is the type
Or
of guy who, if someone gives him advice, he will see him as a hater. By the way, RJ, it is shout out to Chris Johnson, 59AZ. No prenup. She picked Tennessee to get married in a few months. So she can get all the boys' money. Tennessee. Good luck to that boy. She's gonna clean him. She's gonna wipe him clean, and he's gonna be crying.
Yeah.
I should have. The thing is this, and I said it last show also. He thinks he's silencing his haters. This is the problem with some people is that they say love is blind. This guy is literally blind. People are trying to warn him to make sure he protects himself at all times during his relationship. Because, guys, let's be honest, relationships are not forever. The chances of someone getting married and stay together for 50 years, that's of the past. It's not from now. 20 years, 25 years, chances are after 25 years, both parties will quit. That's the odds you're playing. Technically speaking, if you really look at the odds after 8 years, the 8 years breakup, 7 to 8 years, usually that's when the problem starts bubbling up. That's, by the way, that's statistically. So by majority, it's 7 to 8 years. So if someone is telling you to protect yourself and you call him a hater, at that point, hey man, I don't think he silenced anyone. Actually, people are saying, hey, do you? Just don't come crying when this ship burns, because the ship's gonna burn. Everyone is seeing it, and it's gonna be a sad day when this guy is being wiped clean because he didn't want to listen, and then they're gonna tell a sob story about why he should have listened to other people. When people are warning you, guys, love can blind you, and this is the exact reason why people say that. RJ.
Yeah. What I want to add to what you said is that because I was at the middle point of the story. I said who he's going to have married. Now, who is she going to get married to? Someone who's been known to cheat, apparently, or at least attempted to cheat. Now, we know that she's a liability to him because when it's his moment, she's asking, am I just supposed to sit here? We know she's a liability because she goes on socials and talks. So we also know that if something happens, she'll go out and share a narrative out there.
She'll throw him under the bus.
A bus that she'll buy with his money.
RJ, it's gonna cost them future. It's gonna cost them future endorsements. I'm willing to bet. Hey man, I hope I can remember this bet. Not a real bet, by the way. I'm willing to say that when the time comes for them to break up, she's gonna say something crazy about him that can hurt his potential to make money in the future.
You think so?
He
Why?
better. All I'll say is this: he better do what that. I didn't create that show. We didn't create that show. The combination of that show, Dion and him together as the first show of the year for no reason. How did Dion protect himself? What did she try to do when Dion had this problem with his then wife? She tried to claim he was upcutting her.
That's true. That's true.
Why do you think I put them together? And why was the
why did
reason?
he
I said
and
he
why
has to learn from his coach.
and why did she do that? She did it because there was a prenup in place. Because Dion was smart enough to protect himself and is still smart enough. Case in point, the restraining order that she wanted to, that he wanted, that she, I think she wanted to break it. I think
He
she
wanted
was
to
there.
break.
She was
Yeah.
like, this is the moment, so I can. This is the moment to.
Imagine, RJ. Imagine there is no prenup because it seems like he won't do a prenup. The videos I've seen so far, it doesn't seem like he's talking about a prenup. By the way, I don't understand why people. So this is the sequence I don't understand usually. Okay, you get you have a relationship, you propose to her, the next step is marriage. What you should do is when you're engaged, you should put it to her, okay, sign the prenup and then we start planning the wedding. Don't
Yeah.
start planning the wedding and then try to get her to sign the prenup. But this guy is already they already planned. So I don't think he has a prenup in place. It's
And what people aren't realizing is that the more you, the more you, the more people warn him, he's in too deep now, as you said. So he will,
try to justify whatever he does.
yeah, not try
To
to
ease his own mind.
justify, not only try to justify, but he'll he'll he needs this to work now.
It's like, yo, this is
Because he needs this to work. So that means that even when things are going bad, he knows that, hey, this has to work, because if it doesn't work, now I've been talking ish to all my so-called hater, even though they've been trying to give me advice. I've been talking ish about them. I've blocked them. I made fun of them. I told them it's just because you can have what I have. So this has to work.
everyone already had what you have.
That's why they tell.
Travis, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Been there, done that. That's the
They
whole thing, right?
done that. You already had her, man.
And not her, and not
No, no,
everyone
no,
has
no,
had
no, no.
someone like her.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, 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 yeah. Good thing you said that because I mean this is a lawyer thing. Yo, this is crazy. They're gonna take that, rip it out of the context, and then say, "I said I had." Yo, what the heck?
start
No,
calling
but
her, start calling her Bonnie. But anyway, that's not what. That's not.
oh shoot! Oh my god!
That's not what he was saying. He was saying that everyone has had someone.
Oh man, hey, next week we gotta talk about Body, man. We need to come back to Body because that woman is crazy and her friends. Now, but all jokes aside, right? And I do agree with you on that. Is that it has to work out with him. It's like the situation. I think one thing someone once said to me is it's a bad you're in bad business when you, and this is a different context, but when you're a thief or you're a criminal, everything needs to work out perfectly every time if you don't want to get caught. The police only has to be right one time out of 1,000 or out of 500 times. They only have to be right one time to catch you. You have to have perfect score. The same thing with Travis here. And he will have to have a perfect score. Do you think, RJ, that his parents failed him? Because that's the topic, that's the theme for today. Did his parents failed him by not giving him the right tools?
I
You're
wouldn't
a
say
man.
that. I wouldn't say that.
Is he just stubborn? He's a mule.
I definitely wouldn't say that. No. What I'll say? No. No, I'm not gonna. No. I think KR. If you are so successful and at a young age, at a phase where maybe your parents never dreamed of, you know, and you are there and you are making moves, taking care of the people around you. Because I bet you the kind of person he is, I do think he's taking care of his mother. And he has a good relationship with his father as well. So I th- I don't think they failed him. What I do think is that um, I don't know if they could have prepared him for the fame, because you can talk about it, but the attention, he's a young kid, a bright future in front of him. So he's getting all this attention, money. Remember, in an age where now they can get deals. So in the past they couldn't. Now you can get
Yeah.
deals.
Yep.
And so, and with that fast money, it's not fast money, but you get good money. And now you get women as well from a young age. And you've been taught to be a gentleman. And I do think that he's treating her as such. So I don't think his parents failed him at all. What I think is that he does not have at the moment, doesn't have it yet. He doesn't have wisdom to make smart choices. But I pray.
Not laughing at the praying. Praying how you said it.
I'm serious, man. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I
Praying.
pray that he doesn't, whatever happens, right? Whether it works out, if it works out, good. If it doesn't work out, I pray that he doesn't flip, that he doesn't,
He seems like the
that he
type to
doesn't
flip.
he doesn't think to himself, oh,
It's
I
the
should
end.
have listened to all these people. Now I went and said
I'm
to
embarrassed.
all these people, embarrassed, but then to a point where you think, oh, it's meaningless.
Yeah.
And that's a danger, right? That's a danger of public relationships. That's a danger of burning bridges for one person. Because then that one person will have more and more power over him. And he won't, maybe even things are going bad, he might choose not to break up.
Isolation. That's
He
the
might choose
that's
not
the
to break
thing
up.
that predators do.
He might choose not to break up so others don't say ish. He doesn't want to hear, no one likes to hear, I told you so.
Usually predators isolate their prey. Isolate them from family, isolate them from friends, isolate them from people who can give him good advice. Not saying that she is, but he needs to keep his eyes open, man. But once he marries, he's done. He's cooked. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I do, by the way, to counter your remark, I do believe that his parents didn't give him the tools to navigate this sea of available women. And later in the show, during the around the internet, you'll see that there are parents that do it the opposite way. And you could call that controlling or whatever, but there are different ways to do it. I think they didn't give him, sorry, my bad, the tools to navigate where he's heading right now. And maybe they are happy that he is where he's at. And hey, some people are just happy with what they have and they just shut up and ride until the wheels fall off and hope it goes okay. Um, but if he gets cleaned out, hey man, it's gonna be sad, and then it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be sad, and hopefully he won't end up in a very depressing state. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's
Anything you
that's
want
I
to
guess that's the word, depressing. Yeah, I he has to stay focused.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, he has to stay focused.
All right, guys, it's your turn to let us know what you think. Do you think that Travis really left social media for his own best well-being? My bad. Or is it because all the relationship drama? Do you think it's a good move for his career? Let us hear your hottest take. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll be picking some of the best to feature in one of our future videos. RJ.
Yes, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon here on the Double Touch Show. We talk about trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. If you have a hot take, let it be known. Of course, thank you for your support. Thank you for engaging with us. With that being said, let's move to the next segment.
Yes, sir.
Segment.
Yes, sir. Today we're talking about athletes, young athletes, and the second topic of today is kind of a topic we started last week. Last week, by chance, we didn't mean to. We started talking about drill music and the influences it has on kids. And today we're going to talk about a high school basketball kid, Noah Scurry, a promising 17-year-old basketball star and top student who was slashed down right outside of his home while standing waiting for his mom and heading to school. Another young life lost senseless to senseless violence. But so it seems. However, the streets have been talking about him and they've been saying he's been living a double life. Stay tuned because you won't believe what he did, according to the streets. Fair use.
Teenager is gunned down in an alleyway behind his home. Noah Scurry is being remembered for his performance both in the classroom and on the basketball court. Games have now been canceled for the rest of the week as the school community mourns his death. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News tonight is the search for whoever killed Noah Scurry this morning. The 17-year-old shot and killed right in his Feltonville neighborhood.
Action News' Walter Perez live for us now outside Samuel Fells High School in Oxford Circle, where Scurry was a student. Walter.
That's right, Sarah and Brian. This one really a tragedy all the way around. A true scholar athlete has been killed, and tonight investigators say they do not know the motive and no suspects have been named. This is video of Noah Scurry doing what he loved, playing basketball for Fells High School. But district officials say he was much more than just a star athlete.
The student who was killed was exceptional. He scored remarkably high on his SATs. The star basketball player on the team here.
Investigators say it was right around 7:15 this morning as Noah was getting on his way to school when he was shot repeatedly outside of his house on the 50-100 block of Roar Street. The beloved 17-year-old was quickly taken to the hospital and pronounced dead a short time later. School officials say all basketball-related activities, including games, are now canceled for the week, and grief counselors have been made available to students at Samuel Fells High.
RJ.
Yes, it's a very, very sad to hear news like this. Prominent students, a promising student, both athletically gifted as academically gifted. You hate to see it happen, KR, especially at a young age. But of course, guys, before we proceed, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. But I really, 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 it breaks my heart to hear stories like this. I mean, yeah, he was, at least from the perspective of the principal, going places, and he had a lot of potential.
Yes, that is true. In his community, he was seen as one of the most talented kids at the school, and he was in his senior year. Um, but, and this is where we are going the other way. Which way, you're asking? It's the way of the streets. The streets. Because Noah was also a rapper. Gonna show a short. I'm not even gonna play it because I'm not gonna play. This is the video of him as a rapper, also known as JokerOTV. He's on the left side. Look what he has in his hands.
Is he the one with the?
With the mask. He's the one with the mask.
Say it ain't so.
This is him in the video. The one with the mask. Look at his hands.
Yeah.
So what is the streets talking about? The streets is saying that he wasn't only a number one shooter on court. They're saying he's also been one in the streets. Allegedly, what they say, he has 3 hats, as they say. You gotta ask yourself, what is a hat, KR? What do you think is a hat, RJ?
I think you're talking about, let's say, let's say three personas. I would say 3 personas.
A hat is a body.
Oh. And they're saying he has 3.
Yes. Streets is saying it's been confirmed that the diss track, because he dropped the diss track a couple of days before he got popped, but it didn't have anything to do why he was popped. Scurry was on a streak his last few months, sliming out all his allies back to back, allegedly catching hats, all in his last couple of months. So he's been sliding on people in the Philadelphia streets. And what happens is that when you're sliding on people, friends and family might have to turn around and
Handle their business.
handle their business, which is not the way to do it, but
It does happen.
it does happen.
So KR,
So
he has 3. You said he has 3
yes, true.
that he took out. My question is, is it known? Is the distance known between where he was standing and the tree? Was it 24 inches, 24 feet, more or less?
I don't know about that, but there's no
Okay.
details about.
Okay. Because he shot 3. There's a distance between the hoop and the 3-point line. So I was wondering if
I know you were going that route. I know you were going that.
I was,
Oh, yeah, he's. But hey, man,
but I can't. But
and
you know, all jokes aside, care. I'll say this: we they won't say, and with they, I mean people won't blame violent rap music. I'm not talking about rap in general, nor hip hop. I'm talking about the gangster rap, the drill, and so on and so on. They won't blame it. If this was, if it was a popo that took him out, then it would have been a different story.
yeah,
But it
I
wasn't,
wonder at this point.
and
I
then that's why
wonder.
we don't talk about it, Kia.
Yeah,
But why is it that we glorify it, record it, put it on socials, promote it, and we're okay with that because the beat is fire? But do you think he would have gone this route if he didn't have like this kind of influence, if there wasn't an image that this was cool? I don't think so. But the need to belong and to be cool, I mean, it's it's crazy. Go look at other
cultures.
population. They don't do this they don't do it like that.
Okay,
So
so
from
so
a,
one thing.
yeah, go
One
ahead.
oh,
No, no, go ahead.
one thing that is also being said, not confirmed. There are people out there. So this is the thing with Philadelphia right now, and I've been watching a couple of streams here and there to get a better understanding of how why would a grade A student um be in the streets, grade A student and talented basketball player. The only thing I could gather from what I saw is that some people are just lusting for blood.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's more than that, RJ, because people are using people are using these days. I think a lot of a lot of and this is where the I think music is definitely gangster rap, drill rap is upside down, where these guys are running the streets first and then they start making songs about running the streets. And they're not making songs and then start running the streets. So I think some people and don't forget they're all serial deleters out there. They do it for fun. Someone like um, King Von would fall into the term of serial deleters who were doing it for fun. He just wanted to end people. And I think this is probably also the case with this guy. What is the thrill? He's good at basketball. He's good at in school, grade A. He wants a thrill in life. What is more thrilling than running around and capping people? Word on the street is, RJ. This is the crazy part of this story. You won't
We're
believe
still
what I'm
not at the
gonna say.
crazy part of the story.
This is not the crazy part yet. Word on the street is, and it's not being confirmed because I mean, no one actually really knows. It is said that he is the one who popped Kelly's son.
Yo,
Word on the streets. I mean, this is what I've been seeing left and right. Been reading a lot about this guy. So to give you an idea that some people are out here, he was popped himself 2 times before, standing on the corner. So it's not like he's doing nothing. He's been in the streets. I mean,
so he was targeted in the past. Let's say.
he was targeted in the past. Don't know. He was standing with people together. So he was part of the group that was popped at.
Yeah, yeah.
They
yeah.
don't say exactly that he was the target, but
Okay,
the
okay.
group was popped and he got hit. But allegedly, they are saying he is part of. He was the one who popped Gilly's son, and there are people out there. This is the environment in Philly right now, where people are. I don't know if you heard about YMC. I think it's YMC. His name is YMC Duo, something like that. Another guy who did a documentary, the documentary about the Philadelphia streets. He was considered the most disrespectful YBC, yeah, YBC Duo, the most disrespectful rapper out of Philly in the world, maybe. He had a documentary dropping on YouTube on Sunday, if I'm not remember. It was in the weekend or a couple of days before. A couple of days later, he was popped. It seems like people are running in the streets and trying to cap people that are well known. That is something they have been saying as well. These YNs are running around trying to get belt notches on their, names on their belt, saying that I was the one who did it. So again, the question is here: who is at fault? Is it the mom, or is this just a guy that is crazy enough to think he could have seek deletion of others to have a thrill in life?
So just to be clear, this dude, this YBC Duel, was he recording the documentary?
No, he was part of the documentary. I can send you the documentary after the show. I mean, I can find it real quick.
Okay, so he was part of a documentary.
Yes,
And,
it was a YouTube documentary.
and so he got where was he popular?
He was well known. He was a bit known, yeah. It was the Brandon Buckingham. I can let me share it real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. So this is the this is the
Doc.
most hated rapper in Philadelphia, Mr. Life as Mr. Disrespectful. YBC Duel. This was a Brandon Buckingham documentary. It was 5 months ago. It dropped, and days later.
But then I guess I don't understand. Are you saying that one of the theory is that there
No,
is
no,
a
I'm not
group that-
linking the two together.
Oh, okay.
I'm not linking the two. I'm just saying that there are people saying that street kids, YNs in Philly, are driving around looking for well-known targets. Let's put it that way.
But do they have to be according to this theory? So it's a hypothesis, actually. So
Hypothesis. Yes.
according to this hypothesis, is the criteria only whether so if they're well known, then that would be enough, or would
Well
it have to be well-known people in the game,
in the streets, yes.
in the streets? Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's crazy if you think about it, because like I said, high school basketball star who's living a double life. Who is at fault here? Is it the music? Is it the parents? Is it the community? The school probably didn't know that he was that big of a threat. What would you expect? A kid that usually these kids are not as talented. Usually they are only running around, skipping school. They could sometimes play basketball or whatever sports they do. But this guy was getting straight A's. He had the perfect cover up. RJ, who do you think failed him? Because this is a very complex story. Can you see the parents? Can you say the streets? Is that?
It's difficult to say. I don't know if I don't know enough. I don't know enough, KaiR. So I'm reading the story, and the principal is saying the teenager that is not here with us anymore was exceptional. No problems from him whatsoever, according to the principal and other staff members. As you can imagine, they are distraught. I just saw him yesterday too. It's crazy to think about. Says a sophomore at Samuel Fells High School. Whenever he entered the room always lit. There was always a smile on someone's face when they're around him. He had a whole future ahead of him too. And I'm reading 20. I'm reading 20 times.
Hit?
Released in any case. I don't know if all 20 hit, but 20 were fired.
Yeah, switch. That's a switch.
And he was leaving school with his mother.
Heading to school, I think, right?
Yeah. Preparing to leave for school.
Yeah.
With his mom.
Yep. They were waiting for him. That's the only thing. They were sitting and waiting for him.
But then they had a motive, so maybe it is something that he did in the past. I mean, it's most likely that would be the case. Or someone thinking word on the street, or this word got out that he might be looking for a fourth person and to form a quartet. And then he said, that person said, no, we're not going to wait until.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very difficult to say, KaiR, but I do think that as a parent, there's a lot that you can do, but there are certain things that you cannot do because you're not there with the kid all the time. So if the kid, it can be that a cousin, told him, hey,
let's do our first drill.
Yeah, it just needs to be. And that's a scary thing, I believe, about parenthood. That you can do everything and your kid can still make one decision that you can protect him or her from. Yep. So I know too little about the story to talk about who failed him. And I don't want to.
Very hard in general too, because you cannot pinpoint. He was a good kid. He was good at school. Usually, kids that are good at school stay away from the streets. Maybe it's the culture, the friends he had at school.
Yeah.
Maybe when kids are talented, you should move them out of certain environments because they will be corrupted by that environment eventually.
I think you should always do it. I think you should do it as much as possible. I think if you have a kid, you want the kid to be in a
in a non-destructive environment. And I think this is what happened here, to be honest. I think that even though as a parent you can push, if you're in the hood with kids that are, you're living at a location where
But you know
people
what's
can
gonna
help.
happen now, right?
Hmm?
You know what's gonna happen now, right?
What?
They might start investigating Gilly if that
If
is,
that's
you know,
confirmed.
if it is true, you know.
Yeah.
Not saying that he did it, but if
Police
there's that
knows
link,
what happened. Police knows. Usually, when something happens, police knows who did it. 9 out
yeah,
of 10 times. The only thing is they cannot prove
proof,
it. That's why they're
cannot
not.
prove it.
That's why they're not going after that person.
Yeah.
But the one thing you said, that's something to think about. Indeed, if it's true, and this was maybe a get back, they might start doing some. I mean, that's how they started doing the the whole Lil Durk situation. They have maybe they thought that he was involved with that whole um what's his name again? Oh, forgot the guy's name. Uh, um, Lil Pap, Lil Pap situation, and they started doing the research, the investigation, and here we are. Lil Durk is locked up. Sad thing. This is why, I mean, talented kids. Sometimes that's a lot of times people ask themselves, why do parents sometimes give power of attorney, or let's say let other people adopt their kids when they're talented, um, and give them maybe a chance to go out to another environment. And this is why I think the reason a lot of times this happens, because if the talented kid stays in a environment that's no good, it can corrupt the kid at a certain point. Even though he's talented, doing good in school, he
Yeah.
might find a friend where they might do some drills with each other.
I would say even irrespective of color, if a kid grows up in a neighborhood where there are 9 millionaires, there's a high probability he's gonna be the 10th. And if he grows up in an area where there are 9 hood ninjas, there's a big probability that he'll be a 10th as well. Environment matters.
Yep.
Stephen A. Smith was saying how he grew up in the hood, but because he was doing well in school, he was a good kid. People told him, "Go to school, man. You know, go do your thing, man." But not everyone is like that. Some people will involve you in it. I forgot I don't know what the kid's name is in The Wire, but the kid who, the one who took out Snoop, he was a
Oh
good
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
smart kid, but he grew up in the environment at home wasn't good, and there was like
Michael.
a
I think his name is
step
Michael.
maybe there was like a stepfather who was not treating his mother well, and he stood up to him, and the mom told him to shut up instead of the man. And so you could see it was very interesting, and I think the show did a good job of developing the character, so we could see his transition from being like a good kid, straight A student, to move um to start doing like small jobs, to ultimately grow in the game. And because he's like a smart man, he could have anticipated what the group he was part of was trying to do with him, and they were trying to uh, make him meet his maker a bit sooner. And so
Yeah,
he
so
acted
move on.
preemptively. And I think that happens a lot, right? So this dude, if he was, and I know this is a movie, but just to use an example, if this dude grew up in a great neighborhood, healthy parents, healthy system, healthy like stability at home, he would have ended differently. But because he didn't have it, and he needed the money to help the mother and so on and so forth, yeah, then he started doing. He got into that life. And what I like about that movie is that series is that they did a great job moving him from a kid to a gangster. Because it went gradually, and it was so well put. It was so well
Put
put
together.
put together that when he first let other people meet their maker, it made sense that he did it, because you could see the development, how
Character development. Yeah,
yeah,
I
he
think
didn't want to but had to.
that's a good point you made. I think maybe Michael is the perfect example of a person who is in the same lane uh as Curry, because like you said, very talented kid, good at school, but he just was in the wrong environment that led him to being recruited into the gang life. And before you know it, you're a regular. And hey, part of being a gang is also that chances are you might get got. That's a
A
fact.
high probability.
High probability. So hey, this is what it is, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think that these rumors are true? Do you think that this guy, Noah Scurry, was a street deleter of humans? Or is this just senseless violence? Well, technically, it's also senseless, but hey, sometimes when you do the deletion, you have to live by the pen, delete by the pen, get deleted by the pen. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Oh, by the way, do you think that this had anything to do with his parents, culture, or his elders, meaning school, grandpa, uncles? Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be picking the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. RJ,
Yes,
you're on
guys,
mute.
remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Remember as well that the best comments will get highlighted in a future show. So if you have a hot take, please do drop it down below, and you might just have a chance of being mentioned in a future show. That being said, KR, what's next?
Yes, yes. By the way, I hope Traplo Ross makes a documentary about this guy, so we can get to know a little bit more about this whole situation, because this is crazy actually if you think about it. Next one, your thought comment of the week. In this week's comment of the week, I want to share. I mean, there are two comments which I thought were very funny. Well, one is funny, the other one is quite interesting. Let's put it that way. This was the show where we talked about Jeffrey Madry, who paid for, let's call it, booty clapping with taxpayers' money. I don't know if you remember that show, RJ.
I do remember that show.
Yes, and the first person who commented was Lofton21. He said, "What's the big deal? Pete Hegseth paid for intimacy and he's about to become the Secretary of Defense." Uh, so
There's a difference.
this is sometimes I find it. I don't know if people are just they don't see the light or it's just all dim out there in their head. There's a big difference. First of all, Pete probably paid with his own money. He didn't use tax dollars to pay for Putanga. So this is, I think, a lot of times people, when you're pointing at others that are doing almost the same, you have to put everything in context. You have to understand what is happening. Actually, Jeffrey, I mean, it's nothing wrong with paying. There's nothing wrong with paying. Pay with your own dollars. Don't pay with your tax dollars. That's why they're getting investigated right now. Because if he was paying out of his own pockets, who would have cared? Well, technically, that's doing what it do. Pay well. I think they are legalizing that anyway. The pro part of the business. Not gonna say the full word, but I think they're trying to legalize it.
The trick is it's okay as long as you have a camera. If you record it, then it's art. That's what I'm saying.
Judge, I was recording for my own. Before you know it, RJ, it's part of a freak off indictment, and you're part of a FRICO.
Yeah.
Because you recorded all these women. Because apparently there were multiple women out there that were also part of that. The second one was by Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. Big bro gotta pay for intimacy. How else he gonna get it? It is. I mean, contributing to other people's life. I think we all answered that. Nothing wrong with contributing to other people's livelihood, but using tax dollars. And then she said he was gonna pay it back when he got paid. He just needed a little time. Hey, shout out to Michelle. That's a good one. That was a very good one. He was gonna pay. Judge, I was gonna pay it back. I just needed some. Give me some credit, Judge. Come on, man. Hey, shout out to Michelle.
I agreed. I would hold on to him. You know how they say, can I hold on to $10 real quick? You'll never get it.
I'm holding that
never
time.
get it.
Tax dollars. Let me hold these tax dollars for a
You'll
little
never
bit. Hey,
get it back.
it's crazy. It's crazy out here that people are paying for those tax dollars, using tax dollars to coerce people to sleep with them. Hey, it is what it is, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to drop your comments. You might be one of the next ones who will be featured in one of our future videos. Let's go to the around the internet segment where we talk about things we see on the internet. We'll start with the first one, which is Jaden Daniels' mom. Is she keeping him focused? You know who Jaden Daniel is, right, RJ?
Unfortunately, I do.
How so, unfortunately?
Because he took out my Lions. I was sure.
Your Lions.
I was sure the Lions. You know, I'm a Detroit fan. I was originally a Pistons fan.
I know.
Now, of course, the Lions are doing good. I'm like, okay, we're finally gonna see a championship after a long drought. But then I didn't expect Daniels to come out like that, man. He's playing like a
veteran.
Like he's been here, like a veteran, like he's been here. Yeah.
Only his first year, but don't forget, this also happened in the time of Joe Burrow.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We covered a player once. Was it Jaden Daniels, a player whose mom stole?
No, Raheem Rice.
Yeah, but isn't he also a
No,
Commanders player?
no, Raheem Rice was Chiefs.
It was a Chiefs. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Okay.
But they steal everything anyway there.
It's still calls,
They
still
steal
plays.
games. They steal everything. By the way, the mom got exonerated. By the way, no, we never covered do a follow up because it was a small story, but she got away. She stole the thing on camera, and they said, "You know what? Let the people go.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Fair use."
Now that Jaden is getting ready to take this next big step, what concerns you the most?
Girls. Them girls. Some girl out here, she's got Jaden Daniels' wall, and her mama said, "Hey, honey, you're going to be the one who's going to go get him." And I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee there's someone out there who's trying to get their hooks into Jaden Daniels. So thank God he got a mama like me, because it ain't happening.
I bet she did say something like that.
RJ.
I mean, I guess you were right. So at the beginning of the show, you SOB, you know this was coming. You set me up.
I didn't set you up. You're free to discuss whatever. Just like the Drake, you're free to have a freedom of speech. Hey,
So
like,
for
what
those
was
of
I-
you,
I mean,
yeah,
you have a
so-
point. You have a point. You have a
yeah. So
point.
for those of you who are maybe catching the clip or forgot what we discussed beforehand, we were talking at the beginning about Travis Hunter, and we talked about his situation with his fiance, and the question was if their parents could have prepared him. And my stance was no, because he is growing so fast, moving so fast forward, and so he's taking care of the people around him. And some people say, okay, you can't say anything to this man. He's a grown man. He plays well. He's got a bright future. So, but here you get like the opposite situation where the dude is balling out of his mind as a rookie, and still the mom is saying, "Hey, you're not, you're not gonna do it." But KR, you know what it is? The moms can
Half us
see
out
it.
here ain't gonna take it.
Yeah, but the thing is, the moms can see it, but will they do it?
And that's the
Or
thing.
can they do
And
it?
listen, that's why I said to you one thing. One thing I do agree with you. So I didn't set you up. First of all, let me jump back into defense, O-line style. Um, the I do agree with. So this is the thing. In order for the parents to help the guy, they should be able to help themselves. Some parents are not competent enough to prepare their kids. So I understand what you're saying. I don't think you meant it into that context, but I understand what you said. I understand it more like sometimes people are not competent enough to help their kids to reach the next level or prepare for the next level, prepare for whatever is coming, prepare. Sometimes, like I said earlier, some people are just happy to be there. They're just happy to be there. And hey, we're gonna ride this. Like I said it also. We're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. And if we get a long ride out of this one, hey, it's good. And I think some other people, some moms, some dads as well, are more. I don't. Do you remember Big Baller LeVar also prepared his kids? He said to them, "Don't you ever?" I didn't say. I didn't think he say ever, but he said, "Don't marry these heifers. They're gonna clean you up."
Yeah.
And that's a dad right there.
But it depends on what depends, KR. Because hey,
It depends, yes.
you know how
Every
you can
situation is
have you can have like an alcoholic father in the house and one kid will be an alcoholic, and the other sibling won't drink one drop of alcohol. So the
Yes.
same, you can get exposed to the same
Same
external environment, yet choose or react differently. So
Yes. It's
I think,
all
yeah,
situation is different. So
and at the
guys,
end here is just one, because that's also something I've realized here. You will see 20 heifers. You will say no, 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 no. 21, 22, 23. You just say no, no, no to everyone. But that's the thing is, Kier, you just need to say yes to one.
yes, one woman can make you pay for all the previous women.
Yeah, it's just one, it's just, and that's like the scary thing, because you want to be a gentleman, you want to treat them right, but you just have to make that mistake once, and it can have disastrous effect on you.
Yep. Protect yourself at all times, as we always teach here at the Double Thought Show. Guys, the next one. IRL streamers are the new celeb. You wouldn't believe what you're seeing.
Is that speed?
That's Pete in Chile.
Yo, I saw his head like this, man. Dude did this. Oh my god.
It's crazy. It's these days no one wants to be a rapper anymore or a actor. No one is looking up to those people. Everyone is looking at IRL streamers. They are the new standard.
Enlighten me. What's the difference between a streamer and an IRL streamer?
IRLs in real life, right?
Yes.
So basically, they're around in stream. The streamer can sit there like, let's say, for example, academics. He's gonna sit there behind his desk and cover stuff, and he
Gotcha.
goes out and streams on the road.
Gotcha.
So
So the
that's
streamer, the IRL streamer is one that goes in the public and, for example, goes shopping or goes eating, and yeah.
Neon, etc. So those are the guys that are IRL streaming.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, man, it's
crazy, man.
different
It's like
times.
they're
No one, guys, there is nothing out here. Don't be out here thinking you gotta be a rapper to make it. Start adding value by streaming and doing fun stuff, and people will follow you. And before you know it, you make more than any rapper. You don't have to do drills. You don't have to rock around there and pop people to become popular and then put your own life at risk.
Can I ask you something, KaiR?
Yeah, of course.
We're doing this Double Thought Show, and of course, we're growing, and this is the best thing. We're great. They just don't know it yet, right?
You said it like 2 years ago.
They were great. They just don't know it yet. But my question to you is, would you, first of all, do you think we'll ever reach that level of fame? Because that's fame, right? That's not
Yeah.
rich. Now, because
Yes.
fame doesn't always mean rich either. There are a lot of people with fame.
Yes,
but they're
a
not
lot
rich.
of IG models out there that are popular that have $0 to show for. They have to sell it to get some dollars.
Yeah.
And whoever is watching, you can fill in what that it means.
Yeah. So the question is,
Will we ever reach that with
do
our
you think we'll
channel?
reach it? Yeah, because we'll get the money, of course, but will we reach it?
There's the thing. I'll be honest. I'm not that kind of a person that likes to go out and people are storming me. So,
But would
in
you
a
like
sense,
to continue going out in
Of
public.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. In those situations, hey, I'm gonna do me regardless.
Because
The
for example,
problem, the
Kevin
only
Hart.
problem is, so the only problem is, and I think that's the problem with when you reach that level of fame, is that the weirdos come with it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. I don't mind great supporters. I mean, there are great people that support channels and people that are sane people. And that's what I hope our community becomes. People that are well balanced and can see things for different perspective, and not nut jobs, because nut jobs turn everything upside down.
Yeah. But
So I hope, I mean, it's always great when people recognize you on the streets. It feels like you're
yeah.
important.
But that's why
Uh,
I like Dave Chappelle. He's living in Yellow Springs, Ohio,
yeah,
which is like a small town. It's like
yeah,
I think that's like a good alternative, just to live in a small place, so everyone knows you already.
yeah.
It's like you're just, hey Dave, how are you? Hey. Also, if you're living in well, I was gonna say California, but I can't really say that anymore. But
Are you
you had
living under a
the
bridge?
TMZ, right? And TMZ stands for the 10-mile zone. And apparently
Yeah.
that's where the majority of the paparazzi are. So if you are outside of the 10-mile zone, you should be able to live like a more quiet life. And I think there's a difference as well, because so for example, Speed and Kai, and I would say Ross as well. What's his name? Devin.
Oh, Ross, you mean
The Ross that got scammed by Aiden Ross.
Aiden, yeah.
So for example, these I think their followers are younger,
Yeah,
and
the
they really
target
like
group
a
is
cult
really young.
idol. So let's say our people, I would guess. So well, I not guess. If I look at the
It's
numbers,
not a
they're
guess.
it's not a guess.
We are our target group. People that watch us are mainly between 24 and 65. So
Yeah, so it's a bit older. They don't really do those type of weird things.
I hope not, because then you might have to
Buckshot.
run up and get done up, as they say at certain places. Now, all jokes aside, guys, I mean, this is crazy. This is another video during this stay in Chile, and look at the back. A fan is riding his bicycle next to the bus he's in.
Yeah, that kid just wrecked.
Who?
I got it on camera.
So that ass?
Yeah,
Somebody just wrecked?
flipped his bike.
Ain't no way. Chad, did y'all see that in the back?
Look at him.
Yeah,
Yo.
that kid just wrecked.
Who?
I got it on.
Yeah, so you get people following you all over the place. It's crazy, man. I mean, hey, shout out to Speed. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's doing great.
Last but not least, let's go. If you invest in your kids instead of hoping for a miracle, and how do you invest in your kids? Start early. Fair use. Shout out to Foundation of Love CC.
Spell your name, please.
TERRANCE.
Great job. When's your birthday?
August 16, 2021.
Good job. How old are you?
3.
Great job, Terrence. You ready to do some sight words?
Yeah.
Okay. What word is
I
that?
do sight words at home.
Good job. That makes you very smart, right?
You're right.
Good job. What word is that?
Make. Roll.
Mm-hmm.
Down. Come. Can. Blue. And. Purple. Red. C.
Good job.
The.
Mm-hmm.
The number 2.
Good job, Terrence.
You peep that one?
The number 2. Which one?
Number 2. He knows the difference between 2 and 2.
Yeah. That's true.
The difference.
Yeah.
Yo. But yeah, I mean, hey, you gotta invest in your kids, man.
Terrence.
Funny.
Mm-hmm. Great
Great
job.
to hear. Good to see. I like to
Mhm.
see things like this. I like to see kids
Good job.
Little.
Mm-hmm.
being educated right.
Great job.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Great job.
Here. 7.
You're doing good, Terrence.
1.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Great job.
I
Mm-hmm.
go. It's
Mm-hmm.
is
Great job.
in
Good job.
a
Mm-hmm.
way. Away.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
Good job.
Not
Great job.
you.
What's that one?
You.
Mm-hmm.
Up.
Great job.
We. Well.
Great job. What's this last one, Terrence?
Yellow.
Could you use yellow in a sentence?
My favorite color is yellow.
Great job, Terrence. Could you use where in a sentence?
Where are you going?
Great job. Could you use we in a sentence?
We are going to the store.
Great job, Terrence. Could you use up in a sentence?
We're going up the stairs.
We're going up the stairs. Good job. Could you use you in a sentence?
You are going to the store.
Great job. Could you use not in a sentence?
You're not playing with toys.
Great job, Terrence. Could you use big in a sentence?
You're so big, Daddy.
That's fire in the booth, my guy. That's fire in the booth, my guy.
He's roasting Papa. He's roasting Papa.
Did he hear that somewhere? Did he hear that when he was
That's a good question, RJ. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good
what did
question.
he say? What did he say? What did he call him?
You look big, Daddy, or something like that.
Yeah, that's he definitely overheard that.
And look at his face man after he said it. Great, man. Great. Hey, invest in your kids, man. Find a good school. Start early. One of the things you want your kids to do is to be literate in an early age so they can be always ahead of the curve. That's the goal. You need your kids not in the pack. They have to be either they have to be so in front of the pack they are behind the pack.
I'll tell you one thing, KaiR. I remember when I was younger, there was this mom who was teaching his kids the alphabet before preschool, pre-K, and or during pre-K, like earlier, right? And so I was at a friend's house, and this friend was the neighbor of the other. So we were 3 friends, and 2 of them, they were neighbors, and I was there. And I overheard the mom say, "Yeah, that's not good for the kid. You're not letting the kid enjoy his childhood. As a kid, you should run, you know." But I think there's no reason why you can't do both.
That's the thing, right? It's
You
either
can do
not
both.
or.
Yeah.
It's a limited belief. That's a limited belief right there.
But there was this fear, I remember, to not let the kid grow too fast. But I can understand that fear as well, because if your kid is too smart too smart, is very smart for his age, they would make him skip a class. And sometimes he might have the intelligence, but he's not there yet in his development.
Yep.
So I understand that fear. And I don't think you would have that fear if it was homeschooling, for example, because you want your kid to be smart and wise and learn, make smart decisions and so on. That's what you want.
Yes.
But because your kid is smarter, you want to try to hold him back. So it's like, I don't think that's right either. So it's
you need to find it's important to find a balance. It's always about balance. There's nothing you do, everything you got to do is in moderation. You cannot overdo anything because then it fires back.
Yeah.
That's with everything in life. If you eat too much fast food, I almost slipped up right there. I almost
Yeah,
slipped up.
almost.
If you eat too much fast food, you will big up. If you eat too much, I've seen something like that. If you eat too much steak, cheese, and butter, so you eat basically what you call it's particular diet. I can't remember the name of the diet. You might get fat oozing out of your hands. Don't believe me? I don't want to show it, but I can show it. I
We're
won't
good,
show it.
man. We're good.
You can, RJ.
I'm
RJ,
trying to show. I don't want to. I'm trying to close. I'm not trying to close this show with a trauma.
With a strike? Yeah. No problem. Hey, man, it is what it is. Hey, but to close the show, I think it was a great show. One of the important things you want to do is get your kids prepared for whatever situation they are.
Let's wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're still here with us, thank you. Really appreciate your support. Whatever your thoughts are, let it be known. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon. Remember, the best comment will get a chance to get mentioned in a future show. So if you have a hot take, drop it. It's been a pleasure. We'll see each other in the next one. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.